soon as you can. I always try and get those ones. Oh,
and they are starting. So first up, we already have 1,000 rupees in Sanctuary.
we've got a left side, right side split here with FoxZerro and JohnRossums going for Escape first, or at least the Uncle, and AcktheBoker and CeroX maybe doing Houlihan?
Yeah, they're definitely going for Houlihan first. That's a good strat to start with in Keysanity because cash is even rare.
It can be a little more difficult to come across cash early on in a run, so definitely a good move. So it looks like the Uncle's area of escape didn't really have too much there.
Yeah, I believe their next move is gonna be Kakariko.
Yeah, the usual kind of start to any race.
Although I've seen a lot of, I'd say, if you find a weapon early, there's many ways to change your route accordingly early on.
And kind of deviating from the normal run could work to your advantage. If you go a different direction than the rest of the runners, then you'll be in good shape.
Also, something to notice, in open mode, you can check the map and see where crystals and pendants are on the light world, but in Keysanity that's a lot different. You need to actually see if it's a crystal or a pendant.
That's right, it puts a lot more value. Oh, there's the bow.
God!
Wow!
Both the bow and silver arrows. Voila.
Right there in the same place, hiding in Sahasrala's hut there. And we also saw a sword upgrade at the Lumberjack Cave there, so hopefully that won't have to come into play at any point.
It definitely won't, because you need 2 swords already at the cape. Unless you have to enter Ganon's tower with fighter sword, I don't think anyone's gonna go for it.
No, it doesn't seem like it. So we've got all of our runners converging on Kakariko here.
So I missed earlier what was in... But Zero didn't go for it, and AcktheBoker is actually going for it. Oh, and there's the gloves in the well. Okay, just 50 rupees.
Looks like Ack went for it blind there. So that's why he didn't turn back like CeroX did. Just a compass in the library there, that's kind of nice. When it's a key, or if it's a, especially if it's a key, you're never sure if you're going to need it or not.
And if you're not taking notes of locations like that, you can easily forget where are key items.
Especially when you do an early check, like right now, it's only 5 minutes into a run. If you need it an hour and a half later, you might have forgotten where it was.
One interesting thing for me right now is that with this boomerang you can check what the stunt price is. And that could pay off later at Zora if it's cash.
Yeah, if it's, the hook shot from the sick kid.
we found any key yet?
I haven't seen any keys come up. A couple of maps, but no keys as of yet.
Is this really a Keysanity C?
I imagine that what we'll see after this is maybe some play towards the South Shore and the dam area.
Yeah, the hookshot is a really good weapon against the Moldorm in Moldorm Cave. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next move.
Unless someone wants to try and tackle Death Mountain by going through the dark rooms to pick up the old man and then get over. They will be able to get over to East Side Death Mountain there, but that's a bit of a sequence break at this point. So
you always have to consider what you got from a sequence break. Because if you're looking for the lamp, for example, or just a fire source, well, there's the lamp. It's in the back of your head all the time. So the lamp was in the dam. That's actually surprising to find the lamp this early in a Keysanity scene.
yeah, with Keysanity, it tends to show up a lot later in the game. Yeah.
So I believe we might not see a single dark room.
Getting our first look at the
Back of
back of
Escape.
Escape.
Interestingly enough, CeroX chose to cave.
That is kind of an out-of-the-way location. If there's something here, then it pays off. But
For one item, it's I'd say it's waste.
yeah, I would try and root it in with more of the desert stuff there. If you've got access to Desert Palace or Misery Mire, then you might go for the Agena Cave.
So there was nothing in the back of Escape and at Agena's cave. But we have access to that mountain for 2 items. No wait, we have the hookshot, so you can check.
Yeah, it seems like that is probably the play to go for, at least based on volume of chests available.
But Moldorm Cave is still a mystery.
Yes.
FoxZerro is going there. So is JohnRossums. That's interesting that they're both doing the same route.
Yeah, they've really stuck to the same routine here, yeah. I think they've been synced up almost the entire time.
Oh, her first key. Oh, Cape and the big key of Eastern. The map of Desert Palace.
It'll be interesting to see. They got that Castle Tower key to see if we get the other Castle Tower key, whether or not they might have to do Aghanim just to get Dark World access.
Right now it's looking like Seed. We do have one glove, but Cape, the lamp. Oh, Vanilla Mirror. That's cool.
Wow.
Also, we have a vanilla green pendant. FoxZerro is going back. Is he thinking about the fake flipper?
Looks like they might be, yeah.
I'm not really a fan of this play because with the items he have and the cash he has, you can only check point. And there's a sword.
Yeah, without the Moon Pearl, the fake flipper doesn't have quite as much value here.
So AcktheBoker is our first runner with Hookshot. With the sword, I mean. And we have Bombos.
Bombos and the Cane of Samaria.
That's gotta be game.
And the Moon Pearl. Wow, loaded Paradox Cave.
But still no Dark World access for him. We do have access with all the items that has been found. But I got Tower. There's places to check.
Seeing, yeah, quite a lot of divergence between our runners here. Some Zora money in Eastern Palace there.
I wonder if one of them will make the play on Ganon's Tower first. Will full clear everything they can before they do.
Yeah, the longer they go without that Dark World access item, it just weighs on your mind as you're racing. When do I go for Aghanim's Tower?
And we have a Palace of Darkness key and escape. Yeah, Ak is making good use of that sword already.
Oh, and the book up on Spectacle Rock there.
Wait, they have the mirror, they can grab it. Did Ak not go up there on Spectacle?
Ak did not head up that way, went straight over to East Death Mountain and then save and quitted when he finished Paradox Cave.
In terms of places to check, we can check what's on the... We cannot claim what's on it. Oh, and that's the boots!
Whoa, what are those?
We definitely need 2 swords. Because the boots is required to enter Lumberjack Cave. That's definitely troll. And that's the hammer, so not required anymore. FoxZerro will be our first runner to enter Dark World, I believe, after he gets the Moon Pearl and Paradox Cave.
Yeah, that'll put them in pretty good shape. The only thing that they're missing would be the bow and the silver arrows having not been over to Sahasrara yet.
Although we do not have a lot of dungeon access at this point. I think I'd go check the first 2 chests in Ganon's Tower. We found the key and the lamp fairly early. That in my opinion.
Yeah, not a bad idea. It can have, you know, any kind of item or sword, and it's one of those places that you don't think to check out, but could very well have something that you're looking for, as with most locations in any Keysanity race.
My mindset in Keysanity is if you find something very early, it has to pay off.
Yeah, it does. It kind of works that way. It feels like where, yeah, you should kind of follow the breadcrumbs, as people say.
We already know now that longer required. So FoxZerro has access to Dark World right now.
Maybe looking to check out the Hype Cave here first. Oh, staying in the Light World perhaps, and checking out Escape instead.
Or Ganem's Tower.
Right, right.
Does have that key. Also, one thing to note is that JohnRossums can Eastern Palace. He has the big key, has the bow. And with the lamp, this dungeon is really easy.
Yeah, and given that they found the big key so early, even though I think it was a pendant, it's still worth checking out.
It's the green pendant as well, which unlocks Astrala. And maybe the pedestal. Zero finally getting all these items in Dorm Cave.
And Ack finally picking up the lamp, having done all of the dark rooms to get up to Death Mountain in the first place.
Oh, I think I just saw FoxZerro leave through the Hyrule Castle. Do you know why he did that?
I actually don't. Oh, for a mirror point, right?
That's for his mirror point, so he does intend to check again.
That is really good thinking.
Hammer was on the main entrance of Tower of Hera. I believe in vanilla that's the map. And we have a first dungeon clear by JohnRossums. Can't go check Sarasrala right now. Oh, and that's a key. Oh,
Misery Mire.
completely useless.
Yeah, you don't need any.
key.
It's an interesting thing to learn how there are some dungeons where you don't need any of the keys from the chests at all. There are some dungeons that have keys under pots, and that they're the only ones that you need to actually complete the dungeon.
Oh, and we see a Bumpos use for FoxZerro. Yeah, with Fighter Sword, those cards are really annoying to kill.
Yeah, something like 12 slashes or something. Like, it takes a while.
First chest has 10 arrows.
Has to be careful here with only half a heart.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him for using Bumpos again. Okay, so AcktheBoker is doing fake flippers. Oh, that's a sword!
Wow. And knowing that one other sword upgrade is at the Lumberjack Cave, that's a really nice find, because there might not be any other swords for quite a while.
So AcktheBoker is going for Waterfall and Zora.
So that'll be our first look at that part of the world.
Why is FoxZerro going back up? Boots.
Ah.
That's the Swamp Palace big key. That's good to find early. A small key, you have access to all the chests.
Single rupee on the Zora ledge, it looks like.
Yep. Not that he could have grabbed it anyway.
Just an arrow upgrade from Zora.
You have to learn your lessons at some point. JohnRossums is the second one to get his hammer. He did not check yet, so he's gonna grab his motor there. I'm surprised that FoxZerro is not going to Dark World yet.
Yeah,
He does
being
have access.
very thorough, clearing out all of Light World first. CeroX heading up into Aghanim's tower, so we'll pick up that sword. That'll be their first sword, actually.
JohnRossums is having difficulties on that mountain.
With only 4 hearts, those cauliflower rocks or whatever they are, they do some damage.
Tectites! I believe that's their name.
I didn't realize the rocks had a name. That's pretty cool.
No, it was on the Dead Rocks and Tectites.
It really feels like Ack needs to get up to Tower of Hera to pick up that hammer.
Yeah, I hope he didn't forget to check Spectacle Rock. I mean, in the back of his head. Because that's where he needs to go.
So JohnRossums now has access to the Dark World. CeroX will be picking up their mirror from the old man here.
That's actually a very funny place for mirror to be.
Yeah, I don't think I've had too many seeds where that has actually been the case.
I've seen a few vanilla flippers before, but vanilla mirror, pretty good.
Have we seen anyone do Spiral Cave yet?
Yeah, walking, the walk of shame.
Yeah.
It's just bomb upgrade. Wait, did Zero do first? He just grabbed his Master Sword in Paradox.
It looks like JohnRossums might be our first runner to take a look in the Dark World.
Let's get hyped for Hype Cave. And I believe they found a few maps. The map check anytime now. So every runner has point. That's a key. High badass. That's a good key to find. You don't need it if you can bump jump, but it saves some time.
Ganon's Tower, small key, and then the map for Skull Woods. So not too a hype cave, but some things that are useful.
Yeah, the book was on top of Spectacle Rock. Okay, so we have crystals, Spot, Skull Woods, and Swamp. All crystals, no red crystal. You can check the red crystals from the bump shot guy, which JohnRossums just skipped.
I only just learned about that the other day, so it's not. It doesn't seem like everyone knows that one yet. It's very useful in Keysanity for
Might be
sure.
the reason.
That's our first small key to Turtle Rock.
It's an actually very interesting item menu to have. The first time you enter Dark World, have that many items. Oh, he's skipping the King of Brian.
I guess thinking they've got the cape, that's maybe good enough, but yeah, I mean, if it was right there, I might grab it.
I can definitely understand this decision. It saves some time in the menu if you want to switch between the mirror and...
So we've got some sync action going on between Ack and Zero, but Zero will be able to pick up the boots, and Ack will unfortunately not.
But they will both have the hammer in a second. So everyone has access to Dark World at this point. Oh, FoxZerro also skipping the bump shot guy. So we don't know yet where the 5 and 6 crystals are.
we'll probably get that check from Ack. I don't think they'll skip it. Then we'll have a little bit more information.
Oh, and Zero is checking Bunk Rock. Just a map.
Hyrule Castle map, the worst map.
There's also the Ganon's Tower map that...
Equally useless. We'll be getting our first look at some of Skull Woods.
Yeah, Zero is gonna see the Tempered Sword. Lumberjack. I hope it doesn't go for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ike is gonna check that guy, the shop guy. And Turtle Rock or Fat Fairy Crystal. In the meantime, JohnRossums is already in Skullwoods.
Saw that he picked up the shovel from Skullwoods here.
And Aki is checking the pyramid. Ooh, that's the bugnet. Not going for it.
Ah, and he's going to be checking Agate Tower this way.
Definitely gonna be happy to find the sword there. He does know that the boots are on Ether Tablet. So I wonder if he's gonna go straight there. Oh, JohnRossums remembered. Can use the King of Somaria in this room. Ooh, mitts!
Titan's mitts. That is exactly where they were in my race yesterday. However, I forgot about them forever, and that cost me. So that's a big find for John.
Oh, that's still better than my race yesterday. That's all.
Oh no!
Yeah, so Bumper Cave has nothing really useful. Just a piece of heart. Did JohnRossums check Bunk Cave? Don't think he did, and
No, I don't think so.
Oh, and Ike is going straight to Catfish. That's interesting to go this early at Catfish. In Keysanity, you want to avoid skipping any locations, but at some point you want to start skipping stuff, and you're missing like 1 or 2 items for go mode.
Yeah, it's a big time sink to go for Catfish like this, and for only 10 arrows, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we know that everyone has to go to Skullwoods for the mitts.
So Ack, with the Master Sword in hand, will now be able to activate the Ether Tablet and pick up his boots.
Yeah, definitely a good play to go there straight away.
Yeah, seeing them in that location, you know that your opponent is likely to have picked them up as well, so you want to also be going fast.
JohnRossums is already checking out the village of Outcast. Oh,
The fire rod?
that's interesting. You can finish Skullwoods, but risky with 5 hearts.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to take on Mothula with only 5 hearts.
6. Just got 1 from the chess minigame.
JohnRossums heading into Thieves Town to check the first 4 chests.
If he finds a vanilla big key, he's gonna be really happy.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of our 5-6 crystals, so it will be needing to be finished at some point.
He does not know that it's a crystal. Only Ack knows.
Only Ack knows, yes. And I think CeroX is giving us our ped checks, so pedestal hype. Let's see what's there.
Oh!
Wow. The second Aga Tower key.
Definitely no one's gonna finish on Butter Sword. Or was it the Hyrule Castle also? Key?
Did we already see that? I thought we already... Oh no, maybe it is the key to just Hyrule Castle. That's possible. I'm not sure about these hints.
That sword in Thieves Town. So everyone now has the Master Sword.
So that would be all of our sword upgrades accounted for at this point.
Sadly, no mushroom or powder to check that. Yeah, I like when I find a mushroom. I like to wait for before trading in the mushroom.
Yeah, good idea to take advantage of that glitch there. And the big key for Thieves Town, right there in the Peg Cave.
Not so far. So you have to go to Village of Outcast, Skullwoods, and you have to go in Skullwoods to finish Thieves Town. Because the myths are required to do Peg.
Yep, that is the logic in this seed, yeah.
Cave. Interesting. He has the chest, you cannot... Oh wait, yeah, if you leave the chest behind you can enter a dungeon, right.
So the only place, unless we find the small key to Thieves Town in Thieves Town, the only thing we won't be able to check is the big chest, which is always one of those places that hangs in the back of your mind as you're running.
So Ack did or Village of Outcast first. It's gonna be able to full clear Skullwoods. And found the powder. Where did I miss that? Oh, and that's the flippers.
Ooh, So, did the powder come from the blacksmith, maybe?
Because John did that.
Oh, King's Tomb. We're finding out that it was King's Tomb. So having the flippers, that will open up Ice Palace to our runners if they so choose to take a look in there.
You do have access to the first chest in Swamp Palace as well.
Yes, that's right, they do. They have all the pieces they need to get in, just missing the small key there to get all the way in there.
Okay, so Ike is finally getting his mitts. Tries to finish the dungeon. Looks like it. He's gonna have to be really careful. Sword, but with Green Tonic, this fight is still a bit scary.
Yeah, was that 6 hearts? If he finds a couple of extra hearts, he'll have the 8 total. I guess he's got there, or 7 total. No half magic for the fire rod, but I think Ack could probably pull it off without too much trouble.
Yeah, that would have been a much easier fight with the. You could have gotten from Thieves Town.
Blind proving to be no problem for JohnRossums. Just a compass, but one of the 5/6 crystals, so that's a nice find.
The other one being Turtle Rock. We might not see Fat Fairy for a long time.
Yeah, I'm afraid we might not.
But there are still a lot of items that might be blocked there. Like
It would have to be that maybe flute. It would be a possibility.
The medallion for Meyer, the flute. Nice fight.
Very nice fight.
Thankfully, it's a crystal. Wait, with the crystals we have now, does that mean we have
JohnRossums will give us our first look at the purple chest here, see if there's anything interesting held within. Just the compass for Thieves Town.
But you can check Bumpo's tablet. And maybe route in Desert Palace. There's the ledge items and 2 items you can get inside. Oh, the Thieves Town small key.
Ooh.
It will take a lot of time before he goes back there.
Yeah, it would be one of those last places on the list, for sure.
FoxZerro is finally picking his crystals from Thieves Town.
And CeroX picking up the big key to Thieves Town will probably head there shortly.
Yeah, he's gonna grab the flippers at bat first.
So JohnRossums giving us our first look at Desert Palace here. There's a couple items that can be checked, as well as the desert ledge outside. So a couple of things to take a peek at.
Oh, and FoxZerro is routing in the dig spot.
Oh, vanilla flute!
One more vanilla location.
That is an item that all of our runners, the shovel is an item that all of our runners have here, so they will likely get over to the dig spot at some point soon in their run.
But that might not be required. Fire is abandoned.
That is true. It will make getting around the world a little easier, though.
Oh, and doing the sewers. Did everyone skip that?
I don't think I remember seeing this, so this might be our first look at that.
Oh, I think I saw someone go there.
Just a bomb upgrade, yeah.
Yeah, and
Nothing
Cero
important.
got his flute.
Oh, JohnRossums is going to be picking up the Tempered Sword from here in Aga Tower, so that is great.
So soon, all 4 runners will have Tempered Sword. Wait. Going back in Skullwoods. Does it... Fake Flipper? There's a setup to do Fake Flipper in Dark World. Starting from this location.
That's really interesting. That's not something that I'm aware of.
That's kinda silly when we know where the flippers are. He's not too far away from...
All he would have to do is take that powder that he just picked up from King's Tomb and run it back to the bat.
Well, he got the moonwalk. The water walk, I mean. It was on the island. But it definitely was something he wanted to go back for. My big key.
Being a pendant, that's not the best key to be finding, but there could, I guess, still be something of value in there. Although at this point, we're not looking for too much else item-wise. It's really all about the keys is what we're looking for.
Yeah, there's only ice rod and maybe medallions in terms of items. FoxZerro is deciding to go for Motula. Does have temper then. Did I miss a flute activation? Probably did.
Yeah, we might have. JohnRossums, I think, was just doing that and immediately went to the mire area.
Yeah, we have a Irish check for JohnRossums. It's a heart and arrows. Did he check what required for Mire? Oh, Cero is activating his flute.
I couldn't quite catch it. I'm seeing maybe Bombos in the chat, but we'll have another quick look to see if we can find out. It's a mystery, I think, at this point still.
Oh, looks like he's going in, so it has to be Bombos. That's a very interesting play.
Yeah, I guess following the items that they've been finding, just found the flute, thought, okay, maybe I need to do something here in Mire. But they don't have the big key, so they won't be able to full clear it quite yet.
Yeah, you would need to do a lot of sequence to get the big key. Needs the powder in King's Tomb, the flippers at the bat, and the big key on Hylia Island. But then again, what other dungeon does he have access to at this point?
Ice Palace, perhaps, or taking a... but that's another pendant.
But it does not have the flippers.
Ah, he doesn't have the flippers, right. I guess taking a stab at Pod, but with only 2 keys, it's not always the best play to head in there.
And FoxZerro finished Skullwoods. Getting in his second crystal. In Mire. One more and we can potentially full clear it. We do need the big key though.
Oh, so CeroX had the small key for Thieves Town when they went into the dungeon here, so we see that it was just a piece of heart, so nothing too valuable.
And that's the last fetch quest item. Until now, they all paid off. Fetch.
Once John leaves the mire, I probably would go exchange that right away.
Or he might use the mushroom to check the bat.
Yeah, not having the powder yet.
I do hope he knows the glitch.
CeroX playing it safe with the Cane of Brian strats there on blind.
We have a safety item, Tunic and Meyer.
It's always nice to find at least one male upgrade. As further you go on, things start to hit you a little harder. Big key for Tower of Hera.
Ooh. Might take a while for him to find flippers at this point.
Yeah, John's gonna probably be led in a couple different directions away from the flippers.
Oh, and he's sitting on half a heart. He's gotta be careful. Oh, that's the second Aghanim key. You can't grab that sword.
If you really wanted to, yeah. Now, after doing the water walk, I wonder how upset AcktheBoker is going to be finding the flippers here.
I don't think he's gonna be very much upset. He's just gonna be glad he won't have to do it again.
Yeah, very true.
Anyway, it's required for a swamp.
Ooh, John making the play for Dark Death Mountain here. Now that they've got the Titan's Mitts, this opens up to them. So there's quite a few chests to check here in the Super Bunny Cave and the Hookshot Cave.
And there's also a Spike Cave and the first few rooms of Turtle Rock. You can go all the way to Mimic Cave if you want.
And with the Tower of Hera big key now in hand, they can actually complete Tower of Hera in full. So lots of possibilities for John here. Hopefully they'll find something that'll keep them going.
Interesting, he's opening the portal to Turtle Rock right now.
Hoping that it might be the Bombos medallion needed to open it up.
So, AcktheBoker has the flute, he has the Meyer big key. He might have to go full clear it at this point.
Yeah, and probably not a bad idea. Given what we saw JohnRossums find, there is some value to be had in Misery Mire.
Oh, Ether!
That's happened a couple times I've seen. The required medallion for Turtle Rock being right next door in the Hookshot Cave.
So, do you go in? Cave, Hera?
I don't know. I would maybe go for Tower of Hera first, which I think is what John is doing. But with only one key for Turtle Rock, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, and he might get his boots next.
Oh yeah, he's been moving pretty slowly there the entire time. I didn't even realize he hadn't grabbed the boots.
Yeah, you remembered now. I need that. So we have Bombos required for fire and Ether required for Turtle Rock.
Both of which we have found in the Hookshot Cave. You'll find the Ether Medallion, which is what some of our runners are missing here.
In terms of items, we're only missing the Ice Rod. But that's an entirely different matters for big keys and keys. We're missing a lot of them.
Definitely, yeah. Just a small key for Skull Woods here in the big chest of Tower of Harris, so that doesn't help anyone at all. It's interesting to see that this race is getting pretty close between both pairs here that are going up against each other, and all four of our runners doing the Dark Death Mountain play right now.
It's kind of hard to see who's ahead because JohnRossums did not finish Skullwoods at other places, but it still does need to find this flipper. Then we have Ack and FoxZerro high-fiving each others.
So now John has to make a decision. Where is he going to go next? Looks like he is maybe thinking to finish off Skull Woods there.
Yeah. Please remember that cave. Oh, how many bombs in Spike Cave? Oh, I think the next progression might be in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good bet.
But we do have 2 vanilla locations already. Why not add a third? All key.
It's kind of annoying when the swamp small key doesn't show up, even though when you know it's a crystal dungeon and you have to complete it. Oh, looks like FoxZerro is going to be our first runner to take a look in Turtle Rock here.
But look at CeroX, he's doing the same play.
Ah!
And then AcktheBoker will be able to full clear Mire. There are 2 chests that... the big chest and Vitreous.
Ooh, vanilla Turtle Rock key here. So there's one more Turtle Rock key inside Turtle Rock. That means that our runners will be able to go further into the dungeon.
They cannot go farther than the big key door. But they can use that key to enter the big key, chest.
Yes, they could.
I wouldn't check that chest anyway.
It is very risky to waste a key on the Lava Island chest.
Oh, there it is, the swamp key.
Wow.
And the GT big key. So I'm probably wrong saying that Ice Palace was the play. It was definitely Turtle Rock. You have full access to Swamp Palace now.
Yeah, that's 10 more item locations, so somewhere in there you probably are going to find something that you're looking for.
John is gonna check the witch. That's a key. Oh, a Turtle Rock key.
So that's enough Turtle Rock keys to get down to Laser Bridge, or is that all the way through to Trinex?
You can finish Trinex with 3 keys, but you still do need the big key.
Still looking for the big key, yeah.
We don't know where it is.
Probably in Swamp Palace.
And there's also the Ice Rod. So what are we missing at this point? We found the GT big key, big key, the Palace of Darkness big key, and the Turtle Rock big key.
Ooh, FoxZerro is checking out the island chest here.
Oh, just bombs. He's gonna be kicking himself later. Has to find the 4th key. In the meantime, Zero is checking Mimic Cave.
Looks like JohnRossums is going to be taking a look inside Pod now. With 3 keys in hand, you have a little bit better access into that dungeon.
Yeah, FoxZerro cannot get to Laser Bridge, but he couldn't anyway without the big key. That might be one of the reasons he did check the vanilla big key chest.
Ooh, we're seeing Ack doing some hovering here, even though he has the big key to Misery Mire. Taking a little shortcut there.
He still needs the big key at the end. Before the boss.
Yes, that's right.
But that was a really good hover. Ooh, Fox is doing Swamp.
It's interesting. We saw everyone kind of come together at Dark Death Mountain there, and now we've got all of our runners kind of splitting off in different directions.
Yeah, John is doing Pod. We'll see what Zero does next. Ice? All doing different dungeons?
Wow.
Oh wait, he did not check Hobo.
With those silver arrows, Axe making quick work of Vitreous here.
There's another Pumpkin Swamp. So the big Q was a bait. Thing Wart and Meyer, except the big Q of Error. So that actually plays in favor for John, because he did full clear Meyer without the big key. Might not go back for it.
That is a good point, yeah. And John also picked up the Fisher-Price shield there, the first shield upgrade we've seen.
Wow, it took this long to find a shield. Usually it takes this long to find a sword. And I believe Zero is also doing Swamp.
Yeah, both of them having done the Turtle Rock dive there, picking up that Swamp small key. It's worth heading there right away, I think.
So John has 2 keys left. Cannot
I was just gonna
check.
ask, where's he gonna go with them? Does he use any of them, or just pick up the 3 chests that they can here?
Up, he doesn't have the big key anyway, so he cannot beat Almazor King. We have a left side check from FoxZerro. Quake, not useful anymore.
So far we haven't seen too much that's interesting in Swamp Palace aside from 1 pod key, but there are still quite a few locations to check.
Okay, and John seems to be doing the hammer jump.
I really hate the hammer yump.
I should learn it.
I spent maybe about 30 or 45 minutes trying to figure out how to do it, and I could not, so I think I'm just going to give up on it.
He's having some trouble with it.
It is not easy. It's like 2 pixel perfect placements, or placement of the bomb, and then where you position yourself, right?
Yeah. Still does not have the big key.
But even just pulling it off there, very, very cool.
Oh, there's the ice rod.
Ice rod, oh my.
That's pretty much required to do the maze. Just a Meyer key. It did find required. But does he know that? Wait. Not know that Turtle Rock is a crystal dungeon?
Probably doesn't know that because did not check with the bomb seller.
Did I see that right? The big key of Turtle Rock and Swamp?
Really?
And the big key of Ice Palace.
Wow, okay.
So Ice Rod in the Dark Maze of Pod. Turtle Rock Big Key in and we do have access to 3 Turtle Rock Small Key. Now that I think about it, that fairy is in play.
It is, yeah, it's definitely come into play.
So my hopes might still be alive.
Yes, they are. Nice shot with the silver arrow there, taking down Argus. And that is the 4th key to Turtle Rock, so it shouldn't. No one should be locked out.
That's good for him. Because FoxZerro did open the one chest that you do not want to open. Oh, Fox is finally checking the bomb shop. He's missing the Turtle Rock, Ice Rod and Pod, and a small key, I believe, which is vanilla. That one. Which small key did he not get? Oh, he does not have the mushroom, so he's missing the small key at the witch.
Right.
Zero finds his Turtle Rock Big Key. Oh, there was a potion and missed that earlier. So was that the second battle for Fox?
Yes. It seems like after Turtle Rock, because it looks like JohnRossums is heading up towards Turtle Rock, after that they're going to start to run out of locations to look for those flippers. So eventually they're going to get kind of hit a dead end there.
Yeah, but he might have forgot about King's Tomb. Maybe he thinks he checked it.
That would be unfortunate.
That's literally the worst, thinking you checked something and you actually didn't. Oh, good use of that green potion for John. He was out of magic to enter Turtle Rock.
Yes, very fortunate that they grabbed that and made use of it, yeah.
But one note, the Super Bunny Cave, there's 2 chests and a pot under them. That pot has a full magic jar. So if you're missing magic to enter T-Rock,
that's where you can kind of go as a backup strat there.
That's things you need to. That's things you need to find out at some point.
Yeah, nice little bits of knowledge like that. CeroX giving us our first look into Ice Palace. I don't know what we might find in here, but maybe a big key to Pod or a Desert Palace? That's pretty much all we're looking for at this point.
AcktheBoker is finally gonna get his ice rod. But we know that Turtle Rock is a double dip anyway. With the Swamp small key in there and the big key in Swamp.
Yeah, that's a pretty mean double dip to have to do.
Oh. Is he going ice?
I think so.
Oh. He definitely does not want to enter Turtle Rock without the big key. And Zero is doing the same play. Zero is looking for the ice rod. Needs to do. Yes. Oh, John is also opening that door.
I guess there's always a chance that there's going to be something on there, but ooh, it always feels like a risky play.
There are chances that there's something required there, but it's super low. I say never take that.
I would
option.
never. Yeah, I agree.
So, Rossums, if you are watching the VOD, please take that in consideration on your next race. Don't open that door. Unless you have all 4 keys.
I don't think I've seen anything that interesting here in Ice Palace, unfortunately.
But with the bump jump, you can do the boss. There's a pod key. At this point, Zero might have enough small keys to full clear pod.
Yeah, possibly. FoxZerro heading up to take a look at Catfish, perhaps?
It needs to do Meyer to get the small key. The last Turtle Rock small key. Oh, John is going back in.
Checking out the big chest there in Thieves Town, which I think we had just a piece of heart in there, so that's going to be too bad.
Tips down. Wait, did Zero open the big chest? I believe chat is telling us that it was the desert big key.
Oh, really? I thought I saw it, and I thought it was just a piece of heart, but I guess we'll get a look just to confirm in a bit.
Well, Ack does not have the big key of Ice Palace. Swamp. We'll have to check Zero's menu. No wait, that was the small key. The tracker marked the small key. No, it's the big key. The menu says the big key. So, Zero desert first, and he's still gonna be missing the Tower of Arrow big key, which is in Lyre, and that should be his go mode. No wait, he still needs the Ice Rod in pod. That's a Skullwood small key.
Another very useless key there.
Oh, Fox is about to get Mushroom and the big key of Hera. Which for him are both required.
Yeah, and picking up the big key for Hera, probably we'll want to do Hera and then maybe over to Turtle Rock right after that.
Oh, and Ack is doing the play on the first chest in Swamp. Sadly,
It is not going to work out.
yeah, I think his only option at this point is Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think he's been everywhere else on the map, so it is kind of the last option here. Some good use of the Fire Rod from CeroX on Land Mullis here. And JohnRossums is likely going to be heading over to King's Tomb finally, which will get them their flippers.
Well, the powder.
Via the powder, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen much Anger Slash. Okay, so John finally gets his... Gonna have the flippers soon.
Ack is soon going to have access to the, or pick up the small key for Swamp Palace.
So who do you think is ahead right now?
Oh my god. I think FoxZerro might have just a slight edge right now in that pairing, and between JohnRossums and CeroX. I guess CeroX has a bit of the edge.
Zero had a big advantage, but it was because John did first, but now he has them. Still needs to do a swamp. That's gonna take some time. Okay, let's see what Hack does next. Then has access to swamp now. And we know it's required.
I wonder if he's going to finish off Turtle Rock, seeing as he's here with Fire Rod and Ice Rod in hand.
Gets his vanilla key.
I think what's really going to hurt Ack is not having the Ice Palace big key, which was in Swamp Palace. He's not gonna want to go back to Ice Palace to pick up that Desert Palace big key anytime soon.
Yeah, and there's still the Palace of Darkness big key hidden somewhere.
Somewhere out there, yeah. Maybe on the laser bridge of Turtle Rock. I don't think we've seen that from anybody yet.
I'm still crossing my fingers for Fat Fairy.
It could still happen.
Yeah, at this point, Pot Big Key is the only missing item for Go mode. Well, no mode in our case. For them, they've been all over the place and has done the same route.
Oh, I forgot that Ack obviously doesn't have the big key to Turtle Rock, so he's gonna have to turn around pretty shortly. And also used one of the keys up on the lava island.
Well, he's gonna find the two last keys and or were they both there? I forgot.
They might have been. It is a little hard to keep track of things. So shoutouts to our trackers for doing an excellent job of keeping track of things for us.
And I believe Zero might do a full clear of Pod. He has five small keys, but clear for him.
Ooh, this is too bad for John here, choosing to go for Ice Palace first instead of Swamp Palace. Gonna miss out on the that same big chest here in Ice Palace that has the Desert Palace big key.
And Nak is finally going in Swamp. When is Fox going back to Turtle Rock?
Looks like it, maybe with Tower of Hera first, having picked up that big key.
But there's one problem. He is still missing the small key at the Witch. There was
Ooh.
a pod key in swamp.
Mm-hmm. There have been a lot of little things in this sea that have been tripping our runners up. Every one of them has kind of missed one thing or the other at a certain point, and it's kind of bit them.
Zero is doing Turtle Rock again. I'd find the pod big key. Or is he doing? Yeah, there was the big key in Mire. It's definitely doing Hera.
Yep.
Does not need the fourth key. I think he's the only runner that did not open the door. So interestingly enough, I think Zero might be in the lead. Does have a lot of dungeon finished.
Yeah, I think so. At this point.
It's just a matter of when he finds the pod big key and the ice rod and pod. It's hard to say what the play would be. You're up there already, so Turtle Rock might be close enough to go for it. That is an easy full clear. I do hope for him that the pod big key is not at Trinex or at Fat Ferry.
Yeah.
What is Fox doing next?
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where Fox decides to go.
Still did not trade the mushroom, I believe.
I don't think we've seen that yet.
Did he find the big key of Skullwoods?
Ooh, I don't think we've seen that.
That's... Or maybe he's going for the pedestal check. To go for that.
And we've got CeroX taking a look into Palace of Darkness finally, so this will be great. They'll be picking up their ice rod, hopefully, as long as they play their keys right.
Oh, it did not open that chest? What?
Oh!
Oh my god. First... I've never seen someone skip that chest.
Yeah, especially with the mirror in hand, it's easy just to warp right out there, so that is odd to leave that one behind.
There's a Turtle Rock small key for hack.
It looks like JohnRossums is going to be going for Swamp Palace next, which is a good play. They'll be able to pick up the Turtle Rock big key there.
And Zero decided to go for Pod. So he's gonna be happy to find the Ice Rod. Although I think Ack is the first one that's gonna full clear T-Rock.
Yes, looks like that might be the case.
Sadly, he did get the Ice Palace big key, but he does not know that it was required.
Yeah, and heading all the way back down into Ice Palace is such a time sink that you want to kind of leave that till one of your last options. Even though we know he should go there right away and pick it up.
Well, still depends on the location of the Pod big key.
Yes, something that we still have not seen yet.
We do know it's somewhere in Turtle Rock. At this point, I think we checked everything else.
Yeah, it'll either be Turtle Rock or the Pyramid Fairy. The dream is still alive.
So I believe now, is that how he needs? Or so that means he got all 4.
He got all 4, yeah, because he also burned one for the island chest there. So we've got Fox heading into Ice Palace now. We'll be able to pick up the Desert Palace big key.
Yeah, there's that, and we also know he needs to grab a key at the witch. Okay, so right now I'm gonna check it's gonna check new stuff for us. Another useless key. Yeah, I still think Zero is ahead.
Yeah. Out of the 4 runners here, it looks like Zero has the advantage at this point.
John finally got his 2 big keys from Ice Palace and Turtle Rock. There's the last Dark Palace small key. Oh, Desert Palace small key.
Ooh, that's somewhere that we haven't seen yet, so that's 2 more item locations.
Might still be the Pod big key.
So Trinex should be no problem for Ack here.
Oh, Zero is doing rage slashes at the ice rod.
Little do they know that they are actually in the best position.
Yeah, pretty much everyone full cleared everything. Okay, let's see what Trinex has for us. It's a piece of art. Okay, so Ike has a lot of options now. Finish Ice Palace. Check the right side of Desert. Check Fat Fairy.
Yeah, and in one of those places, we are bound to find the pod big key.
Oh, looks like he's doing Fat Fairy.
So we will soon find out if your dream comes true here, Number Play.
The Desert Big Key was in the big chest of Ice Palace, which FoxZerro might get right now. Oh, he dashed with the bomb. Wait, what?
Wow.
I did not know that. If you... with a zero timer... I just remembered. Yeah, if you transition with a zero timer, you...
Oh, Ack.
Oh, my dream is dead.
Oh.
So it has to be in Desert now.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not useless. Save time by dashing through this area. Desert Palace has to have the big key.
So JohnRossums looks like they're heading up to Turtle Rock again.
Here it is.
Perfect.
That's the pod big key. So we finally have no mode. Oh, and looks like John is also going back to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he's not too far behind Zero at this point. Oh, except that he hasn't finished Swamp Palace?
I believe he did. It's got both big keys and Swamp.
There we go.
If anything, it did save time for not going in Mire.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I guess
looking at it now, are actually really close to each other. Zero is a bit ahead, but dungeon with the same items.
Yeah. It is a pretty good race on the bottom there. And as for the Fox and Ack, it's still a little hard to tell who might actually have the edge here.
Yeah, Fox is gonna finish Desert, then he's gonna head in. He needs to head back in Turtle Rock for the small key. But
Yeah.
he's still missing. Yeah, he's still missing the fourth key, which is at the witch. And Ack just needs to finish Ice Palace after Pod. I think Ack is ahead of Fox at this point.
I think so.
Okay, so that's the desert small key for Zero. But that's all he needs here. I would take a death in his place. Yeah. Just get that heart refill.
Yeah, worth doing. Oh, had a fairy in that bottle.
Oh. Yeah, you tend to forget that.
Yes, very easy.
So Ack is the first one to finish Pod. GT small key. Okay, so now we know what's missing, and we have half magic and 2 shields upgrade.
And I guess red mail is all that we're missing.
There are definitely in Ganon's tower at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Ack
yeah.
is going back for the big chest.
Yeah, still not having the Desert Palace big key. He's looking for it. So I guess before leaving Pod for good, going back and checking that one last chest.
Yeah, so Zero has to finish. Go to Desert Palace, and Ack has to go in Ice Palace. That's all they need to finish the seed. Same for JohnRossums. We're doing again. We don't know what they are thinking.
Looks like Ack is remembering the big key in Ice Palace, so or the big chest, so we'll be heading there right away.
The Desert Palace small key is on Laser Bridge. The Turtle Rock small key is on at the Witch. Who has to go to Desert right now? Ooh, watch out, John. He's running low on magic. Oh, missed the last shot. Oh,
Oh no.
I have to take a hit. Or just use the mirror. Zora was just...
That's really too bad for John. He was right on Cero's tail there. That's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, there's something interesting to note. Ack did defeat Cold Stare, but he did not pick the pendant, knowing that it wasn't required.
That's really interesting. I guess it saves some time maybe what, 15, 20 seconds of fanfare.
Yeah, so Zero is going for Amazon King. I wonder which one is gonna finish first, Ack or Zero.
It will be close, but Desert's pretty quick.
Yeah, Desert is very, very quick. Both are in go mode right now. JohnRossums finally defeat Trinex.
And as long as he goes to Desert Palace right side right away, won't be too far behind Cero.
Oh, Fox is going back in Turtle Rock. He's still missing a small key.
That is unfortunate. Looks like John is choosing to go for the Pyramid Fairy first, which we know is just a piece of heart, and I think a big 20.
Oh, heck, missed a shot on Landmola. That's a nice last key to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, I think 4, is that all of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can only get 4 in Randomizer. There are a few keys from enemies and bots, but
So John looks like they're heading towards Desert Palace, right side, to pick up the big key for Palace of Darkness. Falling a little behind here. It will take a little bit of some good execution and some luck to maybe catch up to CeroX here.
CeroX also finishing with all 4 Ganon tower keys. John is finally in go mode. And he's still opting to check that last chest. Wait, no. He did not get the big key in Ice Palace, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
He's
sadly
going to clear pod here.
There will not be a just game for Ganon's tower. They already have the big key. Going straight up. And bed was just forgot. The castle small key.
So Ack making quick work of the mimics here. Heading into the gauntlet next, a series of rooms with all kinds of enemies in them.
Zero finally entering Ganon's tower.
Really not too far behind Ack here.
Thankfully, Hack is not his opponent.
Yeah.
Might be nervous when he sees that done. But he should get this win.
Yeah, unfortunately for John, just missing out on the Ice Palace big chest at this point. It probably stems from not having the flippers for so long.
If you have a lot of hearts, gauntlets is always easy.
Yeah, just take the hits, kinda, as they come. And what, Axe sitting on 17 hearts there? That's more than enough for someone like him.
Yeah, he has powders who can just refill his health at the end.
CeroX just making their way into the gauntlet now. Oh, John looking like he's closing in on Helmasaur here.
Yeah,
not going to find what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's gonna go check the big chest and pod as well. Oh, Heck is not taking the health. He's doing the over. Good guy.
Wow, so much swag.
He's letting Moldorm live.
Nice triple to finish that off there. Aga 2 is down.
Ooh, Zero is on 1 health. He has to be really careful.
Picks up the 1 heart there. Very worthwhile.
Oh, John is going back in Mire. He should have gotten in Ice Palace, but he chose to do Mire instead.
So with Tempered Sword and Silver Arrows, this should be no problem for Ack to take down the pig.
With the cape, that's an easy fight. And I believe he has a green potion. A blue, even.
Well, that's even better.
He's not getting trolled by warps that had like 18 warps. That was not fun.
No, no.
Oh, missed the glut. Did that sword just phase through Ganon?
Looked like it might have. But down goes Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Ack here. Finishing up with an SRL time of 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 50 seconds.
GG, AcktheBoker. So he's gonna come in for an interview soon. While Zero is finishing up. Well, congratulations, AcktheBoker.
Thanks, man. GG.
So, it for you.
I think I'm gonna write Vitorp a really long letter asking him to completely remove the Ice Palace big chest from the game. That chest gets me every time. I even waited forever to do Ice Palace just in case, but there's always something there, so I should have known.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that happened to all four of you.
I can only imagine. I mean, after clearing out the overworld and all the dungeons you could do.
Yeah, so you held off on the Turtle Rock play for quite a while. What did you think when you finally found the Swamp Small Key there?
Oh, by the way, Fox is gonna get his 4th key now.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really that surprised at that point. It kind of made sense because it was the last place I could have gone. I mean, I was like, I wish I would have went in here while I was here, but I don't know. Once I got the medallion, and I was like, well, I could just go full clear Mire instead, so that's why I chose to do that. Oh, we needed the other key from the mushroom. Oh. Yeah, that was going to be a big problem. I was really nervous opening that vanilla big key chest too, but I still needed 3 big keys, so...
Yeah, among all 4 of you, there's only Zero that did not open that door. Actually, I was gonna ask you, why did you go for that chest?
I mean, I had all of Swamp open, so that was 9 more chests, I think. Or, like, I had that chest, and I really had very little left. I knew with what I needed, I was probably just going to end up full clearing Swamp anyway. So I was like, maybe there's something in here. If not, I'm going to run into the Turtle Rock Small Key anyways, because there's, like, nowhere else it could be.
I also want to ask you, what do you think was your best play in this race?
My best play? I mean, I found what I was looking for in the last possible spot, so I'm just going to say I didn't really have one. I hated everything about this seed. It's just it turned into a guessing game of which incompletable dungeon do you die first, and I felt like I was on the lagging end of the string for a while.
That is very true. In the meantime, we have CeroX finishing up the Ganon fight and taking the win over JohnRossums here.
Yeah, JohnRossums is still not in go mode. Pretty soon, with the Desert Big Key and Ice Palace. Mode as you, Ack.
Did any of them get to, I guess, get that chest on the first trip into Ice Palace?
Yeah, both Fox and Zero had the Big Key already when they went into Ice.
Nice.
Yeah, they made the play for Swamp first as opposed to going for Ice, so that worked out better for them.
Well, it's just how Keysanity works. You never know what the right play is going to be, and you can really get away with a lot of stuff if you play super risky, but it could also add, you know, an extra hour to your run too if you make a mistake. Skip something you're not supposed to.
Yeah, it definitely is the nature of Keysanity, for sure. So any thoughts looking forward in the tournament? I guess it's kind of early days at this point, but looking forward to future rounds, obviously.
Yeah, I'll just really need to check a lot less chest before I get my go mode. I think that's probably my best strategy moving forward. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, though.
It is hard to try and bring that chest count down, for sure, but a good goal nonetheless.
I have to say, chat was quite impressed by your offers. You did one in Meyer and at the end at Moldorm 2.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is Andy sitting right next to you?
Did you say something about hovering? Can you do that in this game? That'd be really cool if you can, but yeah, I don't know what those are.
Surprisingly enough, John was the last in go mode, but he's gonna be able to enter Ganon first. B. Desert Palace is quite a quick compared to Turtle Rock. Oh! Fox just took at it. Does he have a fairy? Oh.
Oh, I guess I did have a question for you guys. What was in the dark room in Escape? I never figured out what I picked up there.
Just a bomb upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize those were also blacked out. I was like, what did I get? I know I've heard some nightmares of picking up mitts in a dark room because those don't appear either.
Yeah, right. So 169 for your item count there. That's a little high for Keysanity, especially when you could just skip through all of Ganon's tower.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I had left in the overworld at that point was the Skullwood's big chest, which I'm assuming that key was
All
in
the
Ganon's
ledge
tower.
items.
And then the Desert Palace big chest.
Yeah, there really wasn't much left on the board, that's for sure.
It was nice enough to give me all the fetch quests with, I think, only one of them. Well, I guess two of them paid dividends.
Yeah, if you didn't open the door in Total Rock, you didn't need to go see the witch.
And let's welcome in CeroX here with finishing up his race against JohnRossums. GG's.
GG. Man, this was a nice seat, actually. I'm quite happy with it.
Really, it threw you in all different kind of directions, didn't it?
Yeah, but I really had worse seats in the past couple of days and weeks, and it was not too bad, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that all in all, the way that you roaded everything, like it came together kind of nicely. We had a little bits of missteps here from some of the other runners, but you were kind of like slow and steady, pacing yourself, and didn't make any major mistakes going through the run.
Yeah, actually, that's true, because I really want to raid with going into a dungeon until I have all of the keys, if possible. So it was really nice in this seed, because I was always in this position where I just needed another big key for a dungeon, and then, hey, here's the big key for Thiefstown, now let's go there. And then there was like the big key for Swamp, I guess, and I had everything for Swamp, so I could go there. And then I found the big key for Ice, and on the way there I found the big key for Maya, so it was quite linear for me, actually.
Yeah, it did really work out that way for you, so that's pretty good.
If anything, I think the pod should have been done a lot earlier. Not being in there. I believe you were the last of the 4 to get Ice Rod.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was maybe the only thing that was you were a little further behind the other runners on. Yeah, that might.
Yeah, that's true. I also like a slow start, actually. I was a bit disappointed when I skipped Mini Moldom Cave in the beginning, and then I went to Sahashwala, and he had bow and silver arrows, and I was thinking of safe quitting there instead of going to Eastern, because I had this feeling I might have to go back then. And then I found like Eastern Big Key and Eastern Big Key in Mini Moldom Cave. And so I went back to Eastern, I had to double dip, and this dungeon was, if I recall correctly, completely pointless, because it was the Green Pendant and had absolutely nothing. So yeah, that was a bad start for me, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. There really was nothing in Eastern Palace for anyone.
Yeah.
I was actually going to bet money that that dungeon was a goose egg. Like, while I was doing it, I was like, "There's nothing here," but you know, you have to do it. I didn't have the hammer at the time.
Yeah, and that big key dropping so early in the run, usually in a Keysanity race, the first big key you get, you want to head into that dungeon and try and finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, we had Lamp, early bow, big key for Eastern. What do we need more? So, yeah. I really wanted to finish it. I guessed maybe the Green Pendant has something, but it was pointless.
It was a good warm-up, I guess. Get your fingers ready.
That's true, that's true. I'm really happy that I won. My goal was for this tournament to get like one victory, and now I already have it, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm not really happy with my execution. There were some terrible boss fights and some other stuff that went horribly wrong, but yeah, overall I think it was a decent performance. So GG, thank you.
Yeah, well, GG's to you.
And thank you guys for commentating and for watching at the chat. It's really nice, and I'm really happy that I was able to get restreamed and to participate in this tournament. So thanks also to the organizers, and yeah, good luck to all the other runners, and let's see what will happen next week.
By the way, I believe you were the only one of the racers that managed to check Ether tablet with Master Sword.
Really?
Yeah, when you first went up there with Master Sword and the book in hand, you were able to pick up the boots, whereas the other runners had to come back and once they had Master Sword.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about this when I got the boots, because the other sword I think was in Agar Tower. And
yes, that's right.
Yeah, I really hope that some of them would maybe skip it first and went to Death Mountain early. That's also one of the reasons why I put Death Mountain off so long. I really hope to find another item for it, like the mirror or the hammer. And turns out mirror was at Old Man, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it was the vanilla location, yeah.
So
there were a lot of vanilla locations: the mirror, the flute, and one CeroX monkey.
Shout outs to Vanilla Flute.
What was your second sword? I think that sword in Agatar was actually my second one. I grabbed it and I was like, do I go up the mountain or do I finish my route? I'm not sure because I knew the boots were sitting there.
The first sword was in Agatha, and my second sword was in...
Oh, that was your first one. Okay.
Yeah. And then no, I put Death Mountain off until I had checked everything else, and then I went to the Eastern Mountainside first, so I got Master Sword there, I believe. And then I went up to Hera.
That makes sense. I did Death Mountain extremely early.
Yeah, you went in there without the lamp even, so you did the dark rooms up with the old man.
Oh yeah, you're the AcktheBoker, you're the only one that showed us a dark room in this scene.
I guess that lamp was pretty early. I don't know. When I get gloves leaving Kakariko, I just like to go ahead and take the old man. There's 2 items hanging up there and I get the save point. It's probably most likely something you're going to have to do anyways.
Yeah, you already had gloves and hookshot. I can understand that play.
The hookshot was a bonus. I was going without the hookshot. I was like, oh, okay, well, this just made this even more fun. And then 2 hours later, I checked the Ice Palace big chest, so...
If anything, if you went up to Hera, had the book way earlier.
I don't even remember when I got the book. Yeah, that actually would have been a big problem, because the tablet would have been one of the last things I would have been interested in. So I was glad I skipped it, even though I figured something was up there, because it gave you the mirror, but... That's probably why I skipped it. That's how my brain works, subconsciously.
Yeah, the hammer was up there. That was the Dark World access.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for the commentary and restream. As always, I'll head on out so you guys can interview the other runners. But yeah, again, thanks a lot, guys. Always fun.
Cool, thanks, Zach.
In the meantime, JohnRossums is about to finish the seed. Oh, nice double at the end.
So GG to JohnRossums, finishing up in third place, in second place in his match, third overall. At 2:23:31 is his official SRL time.
In the meantime, FoxZerro is about to finish again. Wow, 171 chest. That's quite a lot for a Keysanity.
Is it?
I believe the average is around 160.
Yeah, but I'm always like checking everything I can, so it's quite normal for me.
So Fox is fight. I did not notice if he still has blue potions.
I can't say if I remember. Hopefully they have something there.
He's gotta be really careful. Hit and he's dead, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the fairy. That's good. Hello, JohnRossums.
Hi, hello.
GG.
Thank you.
GG.
GG's to Ack and CeroX.
So how did you find that seed?
Well, for me, let's see. Starting the seed was like, I think I was doing like pretty okay. I was finding items and I was clearing places, but the first thing that I noticed is that the big keys were like a few. I saw Eastern first big key, and by the way, Eastern big key and Silvers and Bow in Salchipapa's back room was like crazy. But then it was the big keys that I couldn't found, and I searched like everywhere, and my routing wasn't like the best, and I started to get like tilted a little bit, and that cost me like in execution and in routing also. So it was, for me, it was like a crazy seed.
It was a crazy seed, yeah, for all of our runners. So you weren't the only one that had, a couple little issues here and there, missing a key or missing an item. I think the thing that would have set you on the right path would have been picking up the flippers sooner. That probably would have done something for you, I think.
Yeah. When I checked my items and I had like everything to go for ice, like except the big key. But I haven't found the flippers yet. So I thought to fake flippers to ice, but I never do that. And yeah, flippers were a thing that for me that I think it was the last item I found in King's Tomb before it was my last location. And then I go for the other overworld.
Just a second. GG, FoxZerro.
Hey, FoxZerro, GG.
Easy
GG,
there.
Fox.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you, John, about the powder glitch with the mushroom.
The like fake powder, what you do with the mushroom and the gain of Somaria.
Yeah, you could have done that.
Yeah. The thing is, I have never done it, and like I know what it is. I have never done it, and so I have never like practiced it. But I was not thinking about that. Actually, it could be like a really like a good like alternative, like fake flippering, etc. But yeah, I know the trick, but I haven't done it.
Oh, okay. We can hear Fox, but he's really quiet.
Oh, I'm not talking, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to let him finish.
GG, Fox.
GG, Fox.
Thank you. GG all
GG,
around.
Fox.
Thank you.
So tell us about the seed. What did you think?
I loved this seed because I had like all the items very early. I've never been key like poor before in a Keysanity.
Yeah, that was definitely the case in this one, where, I mean, you guys were finding a lot of items that would help with progression, but yeah, picking up the keys was the missing part.
Yeah, I mean, triple dipping Turtle Rock because I was missing one key was terrible. That hurt my heart.
It hurt our hearts too.
We know all along that you needed the key at the witch.
Ugh. But, I feel good because I beat Armos, like, without looking like a scrub. Like, a quick kill on Armos, not having to play hopscotch. I feel like I've redeemed myself from my last tournament show.
You actually had a fighting chance against Hack. Just that one key at the end that took you so much time to find.
Yeah.
You were actually the first runner to find the ice rod in pod. That was your big advantage.
Those are the things that, like, you feel that way. Like, you wonder, did I get this first? Because I felt like I was just going everywhere. Like, if I could trace this, I feel like it would just be a spider web of, like, dips and dives and gambles.
Yeah, that's Keysanity in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, just gotta remember that mushroom in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing to notice is that all the fetch quest items were required. Well, unless you skip the swan door in Turtle Rock. The mushroom at the Turtle Rock small key, the powder at unlock the flippers. The
shovel
unlock the
flute.
I loved the vanilla flute. I loved it.
Oh yeah, vanilla. All the vanilla locations just made me smile. Vanilla green pendant, Sashula having the bow and the silver arrows. Like,
that's not really vanilla, but
no, it's not. No, but I'm just saying, like, the bow just being that close to Eastern Palace. Like,
yeah,
the mirror was vanilla. The flute was vanilla. There was a Turtle Rock small key that was vanilla. It was a really interesting seed.
Yeah, like I said, it was a lot of fun. I just, you know, not great in a tournament setting.
Same here.
Thank you.
So yeah, any thoughts, I guess, for going forward in the tournament? Either FoxZerro or JohnRossums or CeroX, you're still here. So yeah, give us some thoughts on next week or the weeks to come for the Keysanity tournament.
I don't know, I guess I'll start. My biggest thing is I'm afraid of Palace of Darkness right now because of that soft lock. And if I had dipped in just a little bit earlier, like I had planned, but then moved away from it, I would have had some items that could have progressed me elsewhere in the game. So I gotta not be nervous about that one small issue. And just be smart enough to not beat Helmassar while there are still keys out in the world. I mean, I no longer flood the swamp key, so I'm sure I can teach myself that.
Yeah, nice.
I'm thinking myself not to worry about it. If it happens, it happens. Let's just deal with it.
For me, it's like I'm looking forward to the next matches. I mean, getting like experience in tourneys, in like 1v1 races. And having fun with the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to have the nerves off. Like that first game, you're a little jittery, you're not sure what's going to happen. So I'm excited to go forward as well.
Yeah, me too. I felt it especially in Ganon's Tower. I was so nervous in the end. And I'm also looking forward to next week's. I'm quite happy now with my first win. I didn't expect one win in this tourney, so I'm quite happy. And yeah, I think I will get completely destroyed next week, but we will see.
Well, thank you all for this race. This was really entertaining.
Well, thank you for commentating.
Yeah,
thanks for commentating.
Commentators, trackers.
Oh yeah, and the trackers, yeah.
Give them a big thanks. They did a wonderful job. Billings and Talani. Right.
Alrighty, so I guess we'll wrap things up here. There is plenty of Keysanity action to follow tonight. We have a couple races here on. Looks like Speed Gaming 2 is going to have some races on, and Speed Gaming 3. Otherwise, there is some Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario Brothers tournament action to keep you guys going for the rest of the evening. And just follow our runners today. They did an excellent job. And I guess that's going to kind of do it for us. So I've been Savotender.
And I'm Number Play.
And we'll see you again sometime soon.